Hey, Kay.
I'm actually in a meeting right now, so I'll just come to you
You
after.
just want me to come to you and just drop it off?
Okay, yeah, I'll ping you, but it's very
Yeah.
professional, so act professional.
Okay, cool. Bye.
All right. I ran here as fast as I could.
Oh.
You ran here? Why'd you run here?
Well, I actually just woke up at the bank right there.
Oh, okay. How are you today?
Phoebe, you are always styling. Outfit's on point. You know what I'm talking about?
Thank you.
Chris, on the other hand.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I was never good at dressing.
we all know that.
So what's going on? How's everything going?
Well, you know, I've got an event in about 40 minutes. My first ever event I'm planning. So,
Ooh, which one?
I texted you about. It's like a business mixer.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're gonna have some whiteboards. We got a stage. I'm gonna have a little bit of music in the background by Soul King. I was working with Wu Chang Records actually to find me an artist. Lynx was gonna do it, but he was unavailable.
Who'd they end up providing for you?
Soul King.
Oh, perfect.
And then was possibly going to have Lulu or someone perform at the end, or just have Soul King do one of his songs or so at the end. And then we're going to have some whiteboards and microphones up, and some people can just get up on the stage, talk about their business, talk about any events or things they have going on, if they're looking for employees. Just a good way for all the business people to meet each other.
That's good. Maybe they'll start working together and doing some business together, because from what I've been hearing, there's a lot of ripples in the water, and people aren't really working with each other no more, so hopefully we can get that back on track.
That's kind of what I was hoping.
All right, that's a good. Hey, that was a good start.
Came up with me and Phoebe about obviously members missing from our cabinet since we started, and one of those being Delaney, who showed up for a day and then hasn't really actually. I don't think she ever really was even hired on or anything when it comes to the council, and we've been lacking a business council member at large, I figured she can ask her questions, and you know, you could talk to her yourself, because she's very good judge of character.
Of course.
So, what makes you interested in holding this position?
Well, I don't mean to boast, but I feel like I'm very well versed in the economy within this city, the business, and everything that surrounds it. What works, what doesn't work. I've owned many businesses, companies, Kebun's currently, Wu Chang. I'm involved with the mines. I'm involved with all these other places. So I understand how it all intertwines and works together. Thank you very much. This right here is actually my assistant. Helps manage some of my companies here.
Yep, that's me.
As you can tell, very efficient, very professional, and we get the job done. So I think, hey, what better person than myself to help give some insights and feedback and guidance on business in this city?
Okay. Do you feel like there would be a conflict of interest with you being a current business owner of multiple businesses?
I see how that could be a potential issue, but I would obviously sign into position with zero bias and favoritism. And if I showed any signs of that, I would be removed from my position immediately. Now, of course, I wouldn't do that. I would be looking to improve the overall system and better the city overall. Not just my businesses, because quite frankly, my businesses are doing quite well now.
Okay.
I also like the amount of experience he brings to the table that we as a council member have not been able to achieve in our current state right now as well.
Listen, I can also be the hammer you guys need. Sometimes it gets rough out there and you gotta hammer a few nails down.
I mean, you're not wrong. That is something that I feel like I could even use a little bit of training on, is not being afraid when to put the foot down. Use the heel a little bit, you know?
Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy to be the good guy.
That can be hard. I know Chris and I usually do a decent job of yin and yang, but it is a lot of work for two people.
It is. And I've seen, I mean, you could tell that kind of the business stuff has been deteriorating, especially without that, what was her name, who said was supposed to be in charge? Because it just feels all over the place right now. And
Well,
from what I'm
because
hearing
our-
is people are just not willing to work with each other. I think we're going backwards. We need to be going forwards.
So I think we've had multiple positions split between 3 people, and at most times 2 people, Chris and I, because Parts has also been kind of on like an LOA with personal stuff. So 2 people doing all of the jobs of the council and mayors it's not enough people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys got everything else to worry about too, not just business.
Yep. Like events, for instance.
Exactly. Lane's got a nice event today too.
Yeah, I saw.
The blow is back out event or something like that.
I think they pushed it to 7, which is good. That way I can have my event and I can filter people out to the other event.
Yeah.
Working together. Which is, I mean, businesses are very important to me as well. It's been something I've kind of been focused on more on the administrative side, on getting them going and getting them out there, but we haven't really been able to have that oversight of the businesses as well.
Yeah.
With all the other responsibilities that we've had, and with the kidnappings and ransoms and stabbing.
It's gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. I'd love to see them try to fucking king at me.
The police have also been an issue too.
What are they doing?
Nothing.
Listen, I feel I could be the middleman that mends it all. Because I was with the cops the past day here, you know, helping them try to catch a wanted felon. They brought me in as a consultant. And, yeah, they can't even pull out boats. They can't refuel their choppers properly. I mean,
the mayor got stabbed on the steps at PD and no cops even.
yeah, they don't even have people working at PD doing dispatch or nothing like that. I just feel like people aren't thinking with a business mindset. They're not setting up the proper foundation. They're just winging it.
So what would you do differently than what we have done so far?
Well, first things first, we would have to set up certain standards, right? Operation standards per sector, right? Everything's different. The food industry is different than, you know, maybe the police. And the police are different than, you know, maybe a retail store, like the hardware store opening up. So based on what sector they're in, we'll have a different set of SOPs, you could say, that they would have to operate by. And if they're not within those guidelines, well, we have to be strict. Maybe a 3-strike policy and they're gone.
So I came up with some legislation. So what would be different? I mean, I can send you the legislation I came up with and see what
Yeah, if you want to
So
send it. That'd be good.
Because Chris believes more in the SOPs, which I understand his point on that and the way that the Constitution is currently, and I think that's another problem that we're having.
Well, by SOPs, I mean, you know, legislation. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
mean like, hey, you have to. Just legislation where it's like the guidelines are there. You have to follow what that, at least by these standards. And as long as you're doing that, you can do whatever you want, but it has to be within these standards. Like, I've noticed an issue now. I don't know how true it is. I gotta look into it, but apparently the farms and ranches are just doing direct to, you know, the restaurants or the customer. They're not.
I know the private farms are. And then I know that some of them have been doing it in instances of either logistics not being around or available, but they should still technically be doing it to logistics. We actually just had a meeting with logistics.
Okay. Yeah, apparently they're not, and the logistics people are upset, and they're giving up, and this, that, and the third. You know how it goes.
Yeah, they're having issues as well. They mentioned when the local deliveries started taking all the good food, and they were keeping bad food in there for the local deliveries, but then the bad food was also being delivered to like other companies like at the Southside Mall. So they were ending up with bad produce, and then it creates delays, and then businesses can't serve because they have the bad produce.
Okay, right. So we simple start here. The purpose, just aligning the purpose of what this is. Licensing requirements. Obviously, need a business license and the proper license.
That's just basically us approving the business.
I don't think her business legislation is bad, but I do agree with Mr. K's point of view on if it is legislation and not SOP. The reason why SOPs is better is because you don't have to constantly update a legislation, where you can easily update an SOP because it's just based, because the way the Constitution is written is you basically have the power to do as needed. So
this
you can write
is good
SOPs
though,
and
because
everything.
this gives the power to do what we need to
That's
do.
kind of what I was. So
Yeah.
it allows the enforcement of the SOPs.
Yeah, like
in-
Section
within
4
this.
is perfect. This
Yeah.
gives us the power to go in there and make sure hey, are you guys following this? For example, the food stuff.
And then
right?
it even gives examples of things for strikes and stuff as well, which the last one didn't. And it gives us the ability to do the stuff ourselves so that we're not reliant upon police, that we can actually check on the violations and then strike for those violations. And the main reason I put in here for
Yeah,
now
5
that
strikes. I agree. It's good.
yeah, it just takes it down a little bit, still gives some chances in case there's a couple minor violations. And then if anything, we can also, this isn't, you know, I haven't put it in for vote yet, but we could also have something along the lines of major violations are bigger strikes. You know, like say something like money fraud, things like that.
Yeah.
But
Similar to car strikes. If it's
Yes.
something, you know, parking infraction, it's
infraction.
1. If you know, felony, 3. If it's violent, 6.
And with this one, you still would be able to do the SOPs independently from it. This is more of just a guideline just to make sure that, because the way the
I
Constitution
mean, this looks
is written,
clean, chat. Simple. Just
if we have absent members, which obviously this would help us with that, but if we have absent members and it's not allowed up to another council member or even the mayor, because currently it doesn't say that, then it's kind of left hanging. We obviously have just been doing things and no one has contested that, but technically lawyers and people out there could be contesting a
Yeah.
lot of the shit with the amount of people we've had. A lot of the legislation we've put in could actually be contested because we've never had full votes on most of the legislation.
oh shit. Well,
The
let's
per
keep
what
that
the
on the low. You
Constitution
all
is
right?
now. Yeah.
I think the legislation's great. I like this. It provides the foundation you need. And I think you guys kind of meet in the middle. I think SOPs would be good as well, but not super detailed. They should be
I don't want to
simple
overreach.
as just like, you know, for the food, for example. Food companies should be getting their food from
Logistics.
to ensure that the proper safety and temperatures are, you know, met while it's being delivered and yada yada. It doesn't need to be like, all right, you guys need to do this. You need to make sure you're open this time. No, just very
Right, I don't
simple
wanna go
things that
that
ensure
far.
that they're using the, you know, the chain that's there of the economy, so that every business is getting what it should be. The logistics are getting business, food companies getting business, the ranches are getting business. Because once they start skipping things, then there you go. That's where you get the problems. That's where you get people getting kidnapped.
Right. Well, and then also only having one ranch right now. We really need to get another ranch in there, but we have one applicant for ranches.
Similar to you guys put out the was that legislation or SOPs you put out, Chris, where it's like you guys have to serve actual food?
That was Chris.
That was
his
SOPs. That was SOPs. So your restaurant one is specifically for restaurants.
But that's the only one that's in right now.
And I think that's how we
Yeah.
should do it.
so
Specific
we need
to
it
that.
for the other businesses, yes.
Yeah.
Like we need one for car dealerships. We need one for
Yeah,
and
car
that's kind of why I
dealerships.
wanted this other legislation, because then it covers that in the time
Mechanics.
being.
Like retail, there's really not much we're gonna. I mean,
No, I mean service industries. I don't really think we need
Yeah,
too much.
no.
I think the regular business legislation covers them.
because those are even smaller. They don't even have to use logistics if they don't want.
Right.
Just the bigger
Which
staples
they
in the
do
city.
though. Some of them are.
Yeah, it'd be good if it- I
know,
mean,
like
smart if
the
they do.
general goods like Ace, Hood Mart and stuff like that.
It's the best way to be consistent, because if you're going through, you know, people come and go. You got to
I
connect.
think
He
that's
might be gone.
The big advice I've given a lot of these businesses that complain is: have you networked? Have you talked to other businesses? Are you doing events? Are you getting out there? Are you spreading the word? Are you using social media and marketing?
Mhm.
a lot
And
of
even
the
if they
times
have
aren't.
someone that can help them, you know, go around logistics, right? They got a direct supply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happens when that person leaves, or is gone for a week, or whatever? Your whole business
That's another
relies on,
problem I'm hearing.
these little side connects where logistics. You
Mm-hmm.
open up your app. Okay, all you need is an app stuff. Oh, look at this guy's stuff. You know, you're gonna be way more consistent with your business.
Yep.
I'm trying to agree with her a lot too, chat, to win her over. But I do actually
So,
agree with her.
My concern is that it has been on a downgrade spiral.
She hasn't
With
said
a lot of
anything
these
wrong.
businesses, we just had a talk with logistics as well as their concerns and the vibe. I've had another logistics company called Brando come up to me thinking about wanting to just give up his business and try a different one and things like that. And at this point, it's starting to feel like an emergency to me, where we are how do you say that? Like we don't have enough help.
Understaffed.
Mm-hmm.
Understaffed. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dumb. We're very understaffed, very overworked, and
It's really just you two and tarts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this past 2 weeks, Tarts has been pretty out because he's had personal stuff. And we also only get paid I get paid $8K a week, and he gets paid $12K a week.
Which
And
that
we're working
alone,
like 10-hour days.
yeah, which that alone doesn't even matter because we can't even afford to.
We can't pay for our food.
Well, we can't even afford to pay soon for the government if we don't start making these changes. So I personally think this is an emergency, and
I asked the all you need, like, if they had ideas as well, and they said that some kind of incentive would be nice, which I mean, I always agree about incentives, but I don't know what kind of incentive we could give people to use logistics instead of others. As much as I don't like forcing
Can I be honest about something?
Go ahead.
Why people aren't really using logistic companies? I've already spoken to Suarez about this, as well as Yuri and Brandon. I told them because we don't have a consistency of consistent flow of like premium meat. We can't do those, high quality combos, and they keep selling high quality ingredients when we don't need the high quality, unfortunately, because they're not getting enough premium meat. So if they were to sell low quality produce, then we would buy from them. Because what's the point of buying high quality ingredients if we don't have high quality meat?
And nobody wants to hunt. So
Nobody,
that's
yeah,
been the other
exactly.
problem.
Yeah, and the issue is you
literally
can't do
just-
half and half because it just kills the whole meal. They both have to be high quality.
And I believe the logistics were saying it's like it pretty much tastes the same, pretty much is what they're saying. But
Yep.
No, I mean, no, not really.
No.
I'm not a restaurant owner.
There's-
Sir.
I mean,
that's why we need your help.
Allegedly,
I really
you
don't
eat this
know.
burger and you're getting chased. It's gonna save your life.
Yeah, there's some benefits to some of the food.
It's not
Well,
like a
they
huge
were
noticeable thing,
talking
but like in
about-
those situations, every inch matters.
Yeah, they were talking about vegetables and how it fills you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
He's talking about inches. You're talking about something else. Chris.
Yeah, come on,
yeah.
Chris. I'm talking feet.
Yeah, you're right, my mate. But see, that's what I'm saying. We lack this knowledge when it comes to a lot of this business stuff that we've been missing. So, I'm gonna be honest with you, Phoebe. Same way I was saying earlier, me and you need to be able to focus on the other parts of our jobs that really have been getting neglected. And I'm at this point where, with my constitutional right, I can push for these executives, and I feel like we need to push one for having someone temporary take the place of that position of council, especially if they're of good standing, as because we do not have anyone else from the election to be able to take the spot in the first place. And I feel like that's our duty.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, there's definitely going to be, just thinking of the public, because PR does matter as well, right? How do we handle people being concerned about conflict of interest with him being a business owner?
Well, that's the thing.
Go ahead.
We've been handling it. Yeah, I was gonna say that we've been handling it the entire time with no conflict of interest, and we've had nothing but problems and issues. So having someone that actually has been a part of the system, has been part of the businesses and stuff, I feel like, and the connections that are already made, I feel like that person might be able to connect with a lot of these business owners better than we can at this point in time. But
Okay, I'm gonna say the elephant in the room.
Yep.
I know you have, or at
Vinny's
least I've
not
heard
even
through the
here.
grapevine that there are issues between Kebuns and some other businesses, or specifically one specific business, because I saw the court case. Is there's not going to be any kind of targeting or anything?
I
You're gonna
believe
have the
that's all in
same
the past. Yeah,
Okay. I'm just.
But I
wanting to
agree
make
though.
sure.
There is. I mean, people are. You already know what they're gonna say. I think you make it very clear that the power is not end all be all. It can be taken. The position will be monitored, and maybe even provide them a route like before where they can make complaints against. There'll be an avenue where they can, if they feel like something's unjust
so
or
there's an appeal
corrupt.
process in the logistics or the legislation that I have in there. There's an appeal process, which I think that would help at least give them an avenue that if they complain, we can point them to that.
Exactly.
and to be fair, Mr. K, I want to be quite frank with you. We need help, but that doesn't mean I won't fire you.
No, please do.
expect-
Listen,
we-
I'm probably even
fully-
more strict than you guys. I would have never even gave Zelda and Suarez that fucking logistics company. That's Chris. I was like, what are you fucking doing?
So to be fair, at the very beginning of things, we were pretty clueless about a lot of the stuff. I didn't even know what a fucking logistics company was, to be fair. We have learned a lot in the last couple of months, and we've kind of been forced to. But I mean, I do agree with Chris. Some help would be nice. My main concerns are obviously the mixture of just worrying about bias. But no matter what, we've already figured out people are going to complain about shit no matter what. The amount of complaints that we get on a daily basis that are empty complaints that people don't take to court, or they just want to bitch. I do like 4 hours of phone calls a day of people literally bitching at me.
Yep,
And
that'll never
not gonna lie,
change.
I'm pretty over some of it. And yeah, it's not going to change, but we can change how we handle it.
Exactly. Also, you know, when we're making decisions, there's always going to be a losing side to that decision. So.
And I obviously am, you know, if I am agreeing to this, I'm putting myself on the line as well, because I am planning on running for mayor after this too. So I want to make the right kind of decisions for the current administration, because I am a part of it, and I know that's going to become a part of what people decide in the future as well. But let's be fair, Vito Giordano is, as far as I know, the only other person running against me right now, and I don't think a lot of people like him.
Yeah, and if me being a part of business is an issue, I could always take a step back from him, like similar with Wu Chang. Like I'm the owner, but I don't run it. I don't do anything. It's all Ali.
I think as long as you're not making decisions that affect businesses that you've had any kind of conflict with, that would put them in a
if I go
stance.
and like, all right, I'm shutting down Uwu, you guys gotta, you know.
Right. There would have to be substantial evidence, which is already what we have in there anyways. So as long as things are, you know, going by what the restrictions are and going by what the strikes are in the system, and it's done that way, and it's, you know, by the letter of the law, then I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, like I said, we are in dire need, so but we all follow the law, and I know you're a law-abiding citizen as well. So,
I think
if I do
this
push
is going
that,
well.
pardon would be done, or not pardon, sorry. If I do push the legislation, I would do it right now, and then the only issue going forward is to have a conversation with. Currently, it would probably be Mercy to properly get you hired on.
I want to put the business legislation in though too, if we're gonna.
Yeah, we can set up with Mercy. I got a good relationship with her.
I'm fine with going over that again with you and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but I think it'd be because it's legislation. I think it'd be fair to wait for arts and stuff too.
Yeah, of course.
When it comes to that,
I mean, he liked it, but yeah, I'm fine with whatever.
Because I want to tie the SOPs in there for sure. But all right, then we can find out where Mercy is. Let me.
You can tie something in there that just says they have to follow SOPs, and then you can write out the SOPs.
It's in there.
Okay. Yeah. Then
it literally
point.
already mentions that the SOPs are like administrative and enforceable by the council and mayor.
And did you put that like the SOPs can be changed at a point in time?
Yeah.
So like if we make revisions to it, people don't like, well.
It just says there has to be notice if there's going to be changes. They have to be given notice.
Also, I think you guys should do more not what do you call it? Like announcements, like where you get on the podium. I know you did one yesterday.
We really want to. Chris did a press conference yesterday, but it was kind of last minute
press
notice,
conferences.
That was one thing that I was definitely pushing for my campaign. Is I want to have whether we do legislation, anytime we do any big changes like this, something like if we're bringing in someone, we would hold a conference and talk about it. I do need to get going somewhat soon.
Yeah, I think we're good here. If you go get your event ready. When you guys are ready to talk with Mercy, let me know, and I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
do
my legislation, and then I'll try to get in touch with her, and then I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll be in touch
not
then.
Legislation, but you know what I mean.
Are you coming to the event tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
All right.
Do you need a red key?
Yeah.
All right, come on.